Thank you for joining me in my digital classroom today as we talk L'Oreal Professional Lighteners Part 2. My name is Melanie Snell. I am the regional educator in Michigan and Ohio, and I'm excited to tell you about some of my favorite L'Oreal Professional Lighteners today. You can also find me on Instagram at _MelanieSue_ and also on Facebook. Just look me up, Melanie Snell. The first lightener I want to talk to you about today is our Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil. So what our Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil is, it is an ammonia-free oil that gives up to 2 levels of lift. And it's gonna give that 2 levels of lift in 30 minutes. So you can get a really beautiful honey sun-kissed look in 30 minutes. That to me is a great express service. I can introduce anyone who's never had highlights to highlights using this Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil. Not every single person that sits in my chair wants to have bold, noticeable highlights. Sometimes I have guests that sit down that just want a little bit of dimension, but nothing that's extreme. So that's when I grab my Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil. This right here is our Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil. It's a beautiful oil lightener. And then you just mix it with our Magi Creme developer. If you're on lighter bases, you can use 20 volume, but if you're doing darker bases, like those levels 4s and 5s, you would want to use 30 volume with it. I love this lightener because it is ammonia free, and it's really great for anybody who has fragile hair or sensitive hair already. So that's when I grab this lightener. Or also sometimes when I'm doing a foil highlight, I will do one foil packet with a different lightener and then another foil packet with the Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil, just to give a little bit of different dimension in the hair. So then I'll have a bolder highlight next to more of a sun-kissed highlight, and it just gives a really beautiful movement and texture and dimension in the hair. So that is our Sun-Kissed Lightening Oil, 2 levels of lift. It's an oil product, and it also is ammonia free. The next lightener I want to talk to you about is our Magi Mesh. Our Magi Mesh is also an ammonia-free lightener. So if you remember from my first video, we have an ammonia-free platinum as well. So within the L'Oreal Professional family, in our portfolio, we actually have 3 different ammonia-free options for the hair. And again, ammonia-free options are great for somebody who's already been colored or previously highlighted. They have fragile hair, fine hair, curly hair, just to really keep that integrity of the hair and to not overlift the cuticle. So our Magi Mesh will give up to 5 levels of lift within 15 minutes under heat. This is the only L'Oreal Professional lightener that's actually designed to go under heat. So within 15 minutes, you can get up to 5 levels of lift by using this lightener and putting them under heat. This is an ammonia-free option, and it is a cream. The unique thing about the Magi Mesh lightener is that it's actually a 3-part system. So there is, in this cute little tube, this is the actual lightening cream. And then in this packet here, this is an accelerator. So you're going to mix equal parts lightening cream and accelerator with our Magi Creme developer. So it's going to be 1 ounce lightener, 1 ounce accelerator, 1 ounce of developer. So you mix them in equal parts. It's a beautiful creamy texture. This lightener also smells amazing. I think it smells like roses. That's another point of difference for me on this, is that when you mix this, it has a beautiful aroma to it, and I love that. So you kind of have to like break up, I kind of just work up the packet first, just to kind of get that accelerator moving in the packet before I put it in the bowl. And so then I'll do again, 1 part lightening cream, 1 part accelerator, 1 part developer, and then you can use this on in a foil, and then you can put it under heat, and it can sit on the hair under heat up to 15 minutes. So that's one of our really awesome accelerated lighteners. It's also ammonia free. It's going to be gentle on the hair. It's gonna work beautifully, and you're gonna get up to that 5 levels of lift in 15 minutes under heat. I use this one a lot, again, when I'm introducing someone to highlights. Maybe it's someone that's never had a highlight service before, and I just wanna slowly introduce them to it. I love the Magi Mesh for this because it is gentle on the hair, and I get 5 levels of lift, where with the Sun-Kissed Lightning Oil, I'm only getting 2 levels of lift. Sometimes I need more than that. So if I need more than that 2 levels of lift, but nothing as extreme as, 7, 8, and 9 levels, I'm gonna stick with the Magi Mesh. It's ammonia-free, it's a beautiful texture, it smells great, and it works beautifully. And the final lightener I wanna talk to you about today is our Freehand Techniques powder. I love this lightener for balayage. It will give up to 6 levels of lift. It is a powder, but it self-encapsulates on the hair. So how it works is when you mix it up and you start balayaging with it, or doing a freehand or open air technique with it, the product actually gets hard on the outside of the hair, but continues to work on the inside. So the product actually self-encapsulates the hair, so that way you don't have any transference of lightener on other pieces of hair that you're dropping down when you're working through the sections. The product stays where it's supposed to, and it gives beautiful 6 levels of lift. I love using this when I'm doing any type of balayage or open air technique. This is the Freehand Techniques powder, and it's a very fine powder. Every time that I use it, it's almost like I feel like I'm making frosting for cookies, because it's so light and fluffy and creamy, and it works really awesome for those balayages. It doesn't have any clumps in it, it's very smooth, and you're going to get up to 6 levels of lift without having to put foil or plastic or cotton in between each section that you're doing, because the hair actually is self-encapsulated. You're not gonna have any product transference in between each section, and that is why I love this product. And that wraps up our L'Oreal Professionnel Lighteners. So we have seen 2 ammonia-free options here today, and 1 self-encapsulating option. I hope that you guys are using these lighteners and you're loving them. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me again on Instagram or Facebook. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.